Trill. You're messing with a trill, nigga. You're messing with a trill, nigga.
Teaching you the language of beats.
Next time I see ya, I don't wanna do no talking, babe. Next time I see ya, it's gonna be me or you on me. Next time I see ya, don't you wanna be my new girl? Taking trips all around the world, making love till the sun comes up, yeah. Next time I see ya, I'm diving in your waters. Girl, you know you amazing, your body I'm craving, I'm feeling like a star. Baby, keep it poppin' till the morning. I just wanna pop these bands with ya. Don't care if you got your man with ya. With this girl, she's so with it. To my love, no limits. Popping bottles to this cash, no limits. Come on, girl, get it. All my hitters, they so living. Yeah. Sitting, watching, getting me in the mood. Slide up in you, girl, you know you so smooth. Your man a fake, girl, you know I'm the truth. Call up my niggas, you call up your crew. Next time I see ya, I don't wanna do no talking, babe. Next time I see ya, it's gonna be me or you on me. Next time I see ya, don't you wanna be my new girl? Taking trips all around the world, making love till the sun comes up, yeah. Next time I see ya, next time I see ya, ooh, next time I see ya, next time I see ya, yeah. Cause you're messing with a trill, nigga. I just wanna see you strip right now. Right now, my head's tattooed on your body, babe. I don't wanna get it in a hurry, babe. We wanna do it right, all night. Back it up, that's right. So baby, grind on me. Relax your mind, take your time on me. You got me, I got you. I'm rocking your body, I'm hitting it right, so don't move. It's me and you, baby, we're rocking Versace. So get in this ride and let's cruise. Sitting, watching, getting me in the mood. Slide up in you, girl, you know you're so smooth. Your man a fake, girl, you know I'm the truth. Call up my niggas, you call up your crew. Next time I see ya, I don't wanna do no talking, babe. Next time I see ya, it's gonna be me or you on me. Next time I see ya, don't you wanna be my new girl? Taking trips all around the world, and making love till the sun comes up, yeah. Ooh, next time I see ya, oh, next time I see ya, next time I see ya. Cause you messing with a trill, nigga. Hey.
Let's go. Let's go. Let's go.
All right, guys. Thank you again for tuning in to No Offense. We've got a treat for you today. In case you haven't seen the trailer, we are here today with Gershon Bass. This guy's voice is amazing. That is actually him that you were hearing in the beginning. That's also him that you were hearing on the trailer. You know, we point out similarities that he, you know, he sounds like an artist you may have heard familiarly, but man, this guy still stands in the lane of his own. The way he chooses to deliver, it definitely shows it definitely shows his musicianship. It shows how he chooses to use his pen, and we do thank you for joining us today. So without further ado, we are going to go ahead and bring Mr. Bass on, and we'll get the interview on the road. And we are live, boss. How are you today?
What's up, Matthew? Thanks for having me, man. I'm good. How are you?
Man, I am just blessed again, man. I have to extend thanks, man, for you taking the time out today to sit down here with No Offense and giving our audience the show, man, and definitely exposing your talent as far as your voice to the world, man. It's amazing. I can't say enough about it, man. You know,
Yeah,
speaking of which, if you guys haven't picked up voice notes, man, you're gonna learn about it today, and you need to go get it today.
yes.
For sure.
Please do that. Do yourself a favor. No, but thanks for having me, though. I was I was saying to you that I really appreciate you having me on your platform because I've been seeing your progress and it's just big things happening. So I'm glad to be a part of it, though.
Man, again, the pleasure is definitely all mine. I like to bring up, dude. I am just a person who asks the questions, man. I just feel like with all
Yeah,
the hard work that you guys put in, you definitely deserve to be seen, and it's just a blessing for the world that we get to learn that your music is out there, and that we get to partake and get that joy of hearing you perform what
yeah.
you love, man. That's it's definitely apparent in how you deliver your gift, your craft. That is something that you're very talented at, and that you can hear it from the heart.
Thank you, man. I really appreciate that.
No problem, boss. If we can, let's get started. As far as what are your motivations like, man? What gets you, what got you started, man? Even just in the music game.
Well, as I was telling you, I used to have a lot of friends that used to rap, and they were in the rap game, and we would go to parties, and the guys would battle each other and rap, and so I thought to myself, now, man, they're having so much fun, so let me learn, let me get in on some of this, so I started rapping at an earlier age, so just to teach myself, the craft of writing especially. But then I've always been in the music game, like with live instruments, because I'm a church boy. I grew up in church. My dad's I'm a PK, so um, I was always exposed to music. My mother used to play the guitar, my dad played the keyboard, and so I just took it from them, and that was something that I fell in love with at an early age.
Man, we're definitely glad that you picked it up because your experience, and your what I would say your level of competency as far as music and composition is apparent in how you choose your vocals, how you choose to stack your chords, and it all blends so well. It's definitely something
Yeah,
that's to be commended. I know you said you were a pastor's kid. So I know
yeah.
were you in the choir? I know that's usually how it goes.
No, no, no. I wasn't in the choir. I was, on the keys. If the drummer didn't come that day, then I had to play drums. Or if the bass player didn't come, I had to play bass. So I was that guy, and I think that's where I really started learning a lot about instruments, and playing together with a band and a choir. So I wasn't in the choir really. I was just singing was something that came really later.
Well, man, again, I'm definitely glad that you picked it up. As far as we were speaking before about how you started with the rapping. How did you transition? You know what I'm saying? How what was it something that you maybe were you singing like in a shower or something? You realized you could do it professionally, or what kicked in and made you say, hey man, I can really do this. I can really do this. Take the singing thing by storm.
Like I was saying, my mom was a singer, my sister is a singer, my brother can sing. Like most my brothers can sing. So I think it was something that I saw. And let's be honest, we were all singing in the shower or in the bath, or when you're alone, when you think no one is watching you, then you start singing. So it's just that's where I just took it further from there. Started singing on tracks, doing the hook, doing some ad libs, and that's where it took off from. So I would start writing, a verse and just singing a verse. So it came from there, really.
Man, I'm glad that you had that ear, especially being around this like you said, you got a musical
Yeah,
family and being around the keys and because your pitch, man, your intonation is crazy. Like I was saying before we actually went live, I say, man, you got the kind of voice. If Chris Brown happened to be walking through the airport and he hears your cover playing on the speakers, he'll be like, man, I don't remember singing it like quite like that when we were in the studio, but that mix is awesome. You know what
yeah,
I'm saying? Like it's
yeah.
definitely ear opening and ear awakening. And while we're live, man, I like to make sure that you've got love and support. We've got Ross Frazier Jr. is on the feed. Just wanted to let you know that he says you're fired, man, and also you getting hands clapped from Laura Moran Mora, which happens to be my wife, who happens to have not stopped playing your song
Okay.
since she found out that you were going to be on the show. So we meant to talk to you.
Wow, thank you, thank
Meant to
you.
talk to you about that off air a little bit, but
Okay, okay.
yeah, man, definitely,
Yeah, man.
definitely appreciate. It's crazy and it's uncanny that when I first heard your music, uh, the it's like there is a difference. There's a style, the way that you deliver it. Like I especially love how we did the trailer when you saying sexual healing over that Chris Brown track.
Yeah,
Man, pitch perfect, bro. Pitch perfect, bro.
thank you.
For
Thank
for
you. A lot of people tell me, especially when I'm performing and stuff. Um, Look, I'm not the one that says I sound like, breezy, but a lot of people say that to me, especially the ones that download my music, and a lot of my fans say that. So I don't know if it's a good thing or a bad thing, but um, I guess it's just the tone of my voice when I'm singing. So I'm happy about it, man. I just don't mind at all.
and man, I say it not to keep bringing up the comparison, but the fact of even from a
Yeah,
marketing standpoint, bros, you can easily appeal to his base, and he does have a large base.
yeah,
It's
yeah. That's true.
the music, man. Like honestly, if they didn't know, I'm just being, if somebody was to like turn off the lights and just switch the tracks, nobody would even pick it up,
Yeah,
bro. But it's when you go to actually expressing yourself through the music that I can tell the skill level. As far as I
yeah,
appreciate musicianship and I can hear it, I was like, yeah, man, that guy knows what he's doing. He definitely can sing to reach the heart and the soul. You know what I'm saying? It's not to it's a difference between emulating like for a cover and when a person takes a track and makes it their own. It may, even if it sounds
yeah,
similar to the person who may have sung it originally, it sounds different to those with a musical ear. You know what I'm saying? So dude, it is, man. Again, A1, man. It's. I just what I bring up is I'm happy that you were able to find songs to cover that point out that particular similarity because that makes it easily
yeah,
marketable. But even hearing your own songs, you know what I'm saying? Like if I was to hear, I was like, dang man, I didn't realize he had that out. You know what I'm saying? It's
yeah.
definitely something to be commended. And again, guys, make sure that you pick up voice notes 2 and 3, man. And it's you're going to love it. You're going to thank us, and you're going to want to run this interview back and back and back and back to hear more. Also,
Uh,
let's talk about. I hear that you release an album every year on your birthday.
yeah, I do that every year on the 7th of February. Every year, I release like a mixtape, and I give it away. People can download it on all social platforms, on all downloading platforms. So yeah, I do that every year.
Now, when did you originally start that, and what inspired that? Was it just something you wanted to originally put out on your birthday, as far as a congratulatory reason, as to yourself, or what sparked it that made you continue that particular activity to make sure every year that you deliver, so they know what to look out for?
I think that it's it's something that sparked from, well, I've been doing it for, I think it's the third year that I've been doing it now, because I was in a duo, so for a few years, and we used to do like a lot of singles. We never really did like an EP, or an album. So I actually wanted to take that on myself to say that, and especially on your birthday, let's be honest, like a lot of people are sending you messages. They are, reaching out to you, happy birthday and all of that. So why not tell them, yo, it's my birthday, go download my mixtape, you know? And in that way, people, you get a lot of traction as well with your music. A lot of people familiarize themselves with your music. So that's something that I started about 3 years back, because I'm now on Voice Notes 3. So I'm gonna be doing it until I do an album.
Man, I'm excited. I want to know, bro. Are you I'm not gonna say secretly because I guess you gotta let us know now. But are you working and putting together an album right now? And in the meantime, that you know you're just taking your time with as far as to make sure it reaches your standard, or you know, is when can we expect the album?
Well, look, I if you're a musician, everybody knows, man. You have those songs, that's that's album level. Not to say that because I'm a musician, man. I don't want to put a 90% synthetic album out there. I want live instruments. I want, violins. I want drums. I want live guitars and all of that. So I'm not gonna focus a lot on synthetics when it comes to an album. So yes, I am working on album songs, but for now it's something that I'm working up to. So putting out EPs, putting out singles, doing a lot of covers as well, to songs that are relevant to people. It brings that attention to you as well.
I definitely understand, and again, I like your marketing strategy there as far as making sure you know
Yeah,
your name gets out before that way to make sure the album when the album drops, people actually are aware of your talent and your gift, and they're readily able to pick it up.
exactly.
Uh, and I also like the fact that you said before, you're not just putting out an album just for the sake of putting an album out. You want to make sure it's quality because again, that speaks a lot about what's
Exactly.
going on. A lot of people are just releasing, hoping that something sticks. It's like throwing darts at a board,
Yeah,
but a lot of those darts are just all over the place. They're not really hitting the target. They're hitting the board, yes, but do you really want to be reputable for that particular throw? You know what I'm saying? Like, is that what you want people to
exactly.
remember? So
Exactly.
the
Yeah,
fact that you're taking the time to make sure that it's something that's going to represent you well and be timeless, which I feel it will. You know what I'm saying? Like I said before, we don't get
yeah.
that many. We don't. The show hasn't had that many uh, 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 singing talent on the show. So again, thank you for that. And the fact that when like I said before, when you do sing, you bring that vibe, man. You bring that vibe with different songs that you can actually put on your record with your girl, man, and ride out through town, and be happy to show her off.
Yeah,
It's
yeah,
like bringing that old school back.
yeah,
You know what I'm saying? It's bringing that old feeling back, that
yeah,
love,
yeah.
man.
Yeah,
So,
true, true.
so
And I always emphasize, like people are not gonna really remember what you did or what you said. They're gonna remember how you made them feel. So that's something that I really feel we need to get back into the music. Like forget about what the song sounds like. It's how it makes you feel. Even if you think about your favorite, most favorite song in the whole world, it's the feeling that goes with it, and maybe a memory that's attached to that song. So that's something that I always emphasize. Try and get that feeling back into music.
man, that's beautiful and that's wonderful because again, that energy, like you said, that's transferred and conveyed. That's what takes you and carries you through the day. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
If you're hearing something that's really really hype, you know what I'm saying. You're gonna feel anxious. You're gonna feel like you're on the tip of your toes. You've got to do something right now.
yeah,
But when you hear something, such as that smooth R&B, man, it really puts you in that spread love, kind of vibe. That
yeah. That's
definitely
true.
she's searching for understanding, listening to communicate kind of vibe. The thing that positive vibe that moves the world along. You know what I'm saying? So I def
That's
I
true.
definitely got to commend you for that, boss man. Let me ask
Thank you.
what's I'm sorry. How long have you been at your particular craft? I know you said you started when you were younger, but when did you know as a child that I'm going to pursue music, regardless if it's rap, regardless if it's singing? Did you know that at an early age, or what age did it click for you? Did you try a few things and then it came back to music, or how did it take off for you?
I was actually like as I said, man. I grew up in church. Like church, church, church. So that's somewhere where when I fell for music in general, I think I was in grade 1 or 2, and I told my dad I want to learn how to play the keyboard, and he actually got someone from church to come to our house, and teach me a few notes and a few chords, and so at an early age I was very young, so that was something that I carried with me, throughout my teens, throughout my adult years. So it's something that's always been in me. Like I always wanted to do music. That's why I didn't just stick to the one instrument. I always say, you need to be versatile. So that's why I learned, other instrumentations as well along the way.
Gotcha. Now the reason I asked that because there was a two-part question is that brings me to the performances question. I mean I know like you said
Yeah,
before we spoke and you said that you like to perform with live bands and you do different cover shows and things like that. Do you remember when you did your first live performance and how it made you feel internally? I know, and the reason why I asked this is because it's somebody who grew up, so to speak, with music and then and performing, just being in church service and playing with the keys and things like that. Did you feel a difference when it
yeah.
came to playing for like different masses? And did you feel nervous, or how did it make you feel? You know what I'm saying, on your first performance, taking the stage and committing an audience.
Look, when you're playing in church, man, there's everybody's on stage with you. We're a community, and we all in this thing together. But I feel like there's a difference when you're doing it maybe in a club or at a festival, because now that whole crowd is all eyes on you. So you are now the one that's going to entertain us, and it's not like when you're in church. We're all doing it together. But now when you're at a festival or at a club, you are the one that's going to entertain these old people. So like the first time when I was on stage, man, it was really something that I had to build on. It took me totally away. It's like a 360, man. It is nothing to do with being at a church or choir band or something like that. So I had to really, I rehearsed, man. I remember that I rehearsed. I was like, I told, because I was still in the duo. So I told my boy that I was in a duo with. I'm like, yo, man, we have to rehearse, dog. We have to kill this thing, man. And in your mind, you have where you think like, yo, there's gonna be like 150 people in the club. Everybody's gonna be vibing with you. But when you get there and you on stage, it's your first performance. Nobody knows you. So you are now actually trying to get people on their feet, and it was really a learning curve for me. Obviously the nerves was there, but I was the willingness to learn, and that's something that I still have. It really got me over that hurdle to say, ah, man, I can do this thing. you know
And the reason and that's why I asked that, because like you said, that one thing I've noticed, not and this is in no indication anything about your particular performance or how you perform, but one thing I do notice between the
yeah,
difference between the club and the church is, people tend to be a little bit more forgiving in church. They're not gonna tend to boo. They're not gonna tend to just
yeah,
ignore you
yeah,
completely. People are
yeah,
are ruthless, man. But that's why I asked,
yeah,
because when you come to, like you said, to the club, and now you might have your backup singers, but no one has your back as far as your performance. It's all eyes on you.
yeah.
You
True.
know that you're in the center.
Exactly.
Are there finding out how to get the crowd to respond? Sometimes a lot of people struggle with that. So let me ask you: the first time that the show went completely right for you, like when you knew you killed it, when everyone was on their feet, when you left, what I'm saying, how did it make you feel internally when you got to the side of the curtain?
It was something that it's shocking at first, because you think to yourself, man, like, because I look at it as, sometimes you have that when you're on stage, it's like that out of body experience, because you you're just trying to get through the performance, especially like if it's at a festival, because I perform a lot of festivals as well, and there's like maybe 12,000 people there, and not everybody's gonna vibe with you. So, but the day that you actually do that, it's something that you can just dream of. And when you get off the stage, you don't really realize, like, I mean, you killed it. Everybody's like, yo, dog, you killed it, man. So yeah, man, it's something that us as performers, that's the kind of show that we want to put on every time we perform. But then you get those other shows, you know, like at a club, man, you know, that's why that's where the covers came in, you know, because I've seen people like Jamie Foxx, you know, he would do a cover. I've seen people like Tank, you know, they would do a cover, maybe a Maxwell cover or whatever. And the people would just go crazy. And I thought to myself, man, you as an up and coming artist, there's no problem with you doing something like that as well, you know, because there's a lot of people that have dope tracks, you know. So take one of those songs, make it a cover, and just see what happens, you know. And when I did that, man, it was like an explosion. You know, people just started vibing with me. People started recognizing me, and that happened all like really 3 years ago, you know. So yeah, man, that was my formula, you know.
Man, it's definitely when your math adds up, man. It adds up, brother. Because I'm telling you, just
Yeah.
even when, like I said, when you send me the tracks, I say, man, who is this guy, man? I mean, before we actually spoke, and my wife actually, I got to shout out to her. She's actually the one that found and ran across your profile first. She
Okay.
was like, dude, you gotta hear this. She's like, Matt, you gotta hear this guy. You gotta hear this guy. And here's the crazy part about it. She doesn't really listen to hip hop or R&B. You know what I'm saying? My wife is
Okay.
Latino. She's Mexican. So when she found it and she said, man, you
Oh,
gotta
okay.
hear this. You know what I'm saying? I'm like, okay, let me listen. And then when I heard you, bro, I was like, wow, yeah, I've got to talk to this brother here. Because man, the way it clicked, bro. The way it clicked, bro. Man, again, shouts out to you. Now, I know everyone.
Thank you.
This is gonna how I'm gonna go ahead and bring up the video, boss man. I know everyone comes from the heart as far as their music, but you happen to name a track called Payday. You know what I'm saying? We happen to have that track Payday here. You shot a video for the track, and we've got a treat for our audience. Do you mind if I go ahead and show that to the audience, and we can speak on it when we come back from the video?
I don't mind at all, man. Please, by all means, play it.
All right, let's go ahead and this is our Gershon bass. Here's Payday, guys. We'll be right back.
It's payday, fellas! I said it's fucking payday, motherfucker!
I told her to come my place, put it all up in my face, cause she got Chanel on her waist. Yeah, and I'm loving the taste. I got a heat on my waist, don't be touching on my plate. All my haters in my rear view, got these hoes acting brand new. I be celebrating every day like a payday. On my grind till the bed came, now these niggas hide like a pea stain. Fresh out the hood, look at me sideways when I get on the stage. No, I'm all good, I'm eating bright flakes when you niggas all laced. I got that pocket rocket and she wanna cock it like she wanted to come again. Ain't it funny how these haters keep hating, but they ain't got nothing to put it in. Celebrating every day, got them hating like they ain't got nothing to say. Thankful for my papa, nigga taught me how to get it, now I'm getting paid. Splitting that dividends, I got the evidence, now your girls looking played. You acting belligerent, I'm coming real with it, y'all need to pick up the pace. I'm stacking that paper, it's getting ridiculous, y'all need to get out my way. I'm so indigenous, know what to do with it, always knew that you fake. The sad thing about it, the studio crowded and nothing of value you gave. A title they gave you and nobody made you, you just considered a slave. A shout out to legends, I'm glad that you made it, look at the way that you paved. I know I'm a legend, I'm on the next level, and this is the war that I wage. This is the war that I wage. Yeah. Told y'all, man. Yeah. I'm on that voice, no street. Look what he's doing to me. All of my niggas gon' eat. Niggas gon' rip in the streets. 3 stripes on my feet. Payday, we gon' eat. I said payday, we gon' eat. Nick, come get your chick. Flip that script on y'all. All we gon' do is ball. Make my order talk. I said make my order talk. My real niggas on it. All of my niggas that know that my girl already own it. Ay, working on my drop shot, got that switch. Drinking number 14, got that switch. Do it for my daughters, know that ish. Shout out to my nigga Crazy Prim Gang. Do it like it does it, oh, he the man. Shout out to my goons in the east. Shout out to my niggas that got locked up like a beast. Never gonna give it up, always gonna live it up. Come on, girl, fill my cup. Never really had enough, never really won a cup. Never really gave a f.
Know that
Okay.
Man, that was Payday, the lyrical genius of Gershon Bass, man, showing you yet another style. You know what I'm saying? Not just singing, but rapping. Also, man, that pen game is wicked, bro.
Thanks, man.
And if I can, what was your inspiration as far as going into how you shot the video? You know what I'm saying? If you want to speak on a little bit on the location of how you shot the video and just how you put it together, man. I definitely love the vibe. I love the energy in it.
Yeah, it was a song from. Well, thanks for loving the song, man. It's a song from Voice Note 3, and I just thought about Payday, man. Everybody, that's everybody's favorite day in the month. So, and but then when it came to the video, there was a lot of restrictions because we obviously in lockdown as well. So, you know, having those restrictions actually it makes you think more, when it comes to creativity as well, because, when you need to shoot a video and you can go wherever you want, the sky's the limit. So I actually started the first scene of that music video we shot at my place, so in my lounge. So it's actually it it made me think in terms of creativity. So as gradually as the lockdown is, because we our lockdown is has levels to it, and all the South African people know what I'm talking about. So yeah, I think we at level 3 now, but when I shot the video, we were at level 4. So I couldn't just go where I wanted to. I couldn't go to dope locations that I wanted to. So I just thought to myself, let me do a viral video, and shoot it with my phone, edit it, and put it out there, man. Just to give people that motivation, because everybody's sitting at home. A lot of people, losing their jobs. There's not much income anymore. So I just thought, let me just make it fun for everybody to watch.
Man, I definitely appreciate the creativity went behind it, and it's amazing that you say you did shoot that with your phone, because boss, there's people out here with cameras, you know what I'm saying, that don't have the vision that you had,
Yeah,
and they don't have the vision that you had and the will that you had to put that together, man. Just from the angles, just from, like I said before, you had me, the way you was sitting in this chair just counting the money. You was counting the money like you was tired of counting the money. You like, man, here go another couple hundred,
yeah.
man. Dang, man, it go.
Was too many, man.
Yeah, man. I was like, dang. Let me
Yeah,
let me
yeah.
call up Gershon, see if I can get, man. If he don't want the money, tell him to send me some of the money for the bills I got. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, a lot of people said that to me, man. Like, hey, dog, let me get some cash from you or something, man. But yeah, man, it's all in the name of fun.
Man, it's like you said, music definitely conveys an energy. That energy is
Yeah,
transferred, and that's a fun track. You know what I'm saying? After when you get done listening to it, you like, all right, maybe everything that I'm going through ain't as bad as it's going through. It's not as bad as it may seem. You know what
yeah,
I'm saying? It's like you
yeah,
said, the fact that Payday. I don't know anybody who has a problem with Payday unless you're already thinking about the bills you gotta pay and did the math before you get paid. But when you initially think
yeah.
of
Then,
Payday, you're like, bingo, and I can't wait to Friday.
yeah,
You know what I'm saying?
e-
So
exactly,
it
exactly,
is
man.
it's again the energy, man. I love it. I love it. I love it. And you said that's on Voice Notes 3.
Yeah, that's on Voice Note 3. Yeah, it's called Payday.
Man, for sure, man. We gotta definitely make sure we pick that up, man. And just know, man, I'm gonna be riding around here, Texas, man. Listen to it, booming
Please, man,
it.
please
You
do
got
that.
again. You've got one of those CDs that makes you want to listen from beginning to end with no skipping. You might go back. You might want to run the track. You might
Wow,
run the track a little bit just because if you love
wow,
it, if you want to hear it again, but you never fast forward. You know what I'm saying? And that's
wow.
that's definitely be
I appreciate
Hey man,
that,
we
man.
appreciate you doing it for the music, doing it for the culture because we need people like that. We need people who deliver and consistently deliver that quality, consistently deliver that music that we can relate to, consistently deliver music that inspires life and inspires reasoning and
Yeah,
inspires and transfers love, bro. That's something that's a lost art nowadays, man. So so
that's true.
so we
Yeah,
definitely appreciate. That's why we appreciate you and everyone else we've had on the show. We definitely love to shed light on that because the radio, for whatever reason, loves to incite uh, just what I call stagnant. Man, they don't want us to go anywhere. You know what I'm saying? Like it promotes
yeah,
like a trance state. I hate to say it's not actually showing you anything educational. It's not giving you anything to let you know that you can overcome the things in the world, especially things that are going on right now, from whether it be from COVID-19
yeah,
to the just the injustices that are going on in the world. So it's just when we have people that consistently push the boundaries and consistently push the standard and show you that life doesn't stop but instead keeps moving in a progressive manner. All hats off to you guys, man. I definitely got to give you my attention.
yeah,
I definitely got to make sure that we, share as much as we can with the world as far as your talents and gifts, my man. Uh, let
yeah.
me see here. When you were growing up, man, who were some of the people that you listened to? Just on your off time, your downtime, that may have influenced your particular style of how you choose to deliver your craft.
Um, like a lot of people that, well, I still listen to them, but growing up, I was exposed to a lot of the greats, gospel greats, like the Winans and Commissioned, all of these people, these how can I say, these veterans in gospel, and that's something that influenced um, like my voice as well, singing as well, like thinking about people like Marvin Sapp, especially Jamie Foxx, um, so those were people that really shaped me, and me not really knowing, just humming to a song and not really singing the notes properly, but those are some of the people that I listen to.
Definitely, man. Those names that you spoke of too. Uh, Shouts out to my grandmother who's passed at this point, but she would be proud. You spoke on powerhouses, bro. You talk about Malvin Sapp, the Wyans.
Yeah,
These are
yeah,
people that
yeah,
when they come on, you listen. You know what I'm saying? And not only that,
yeah,
not only that,
exactly.
you have a religious
Yeah,
experience through their music. That worship that it brings
yeah, that's true.
is uncanny, unlike any other, boss man. Let me ask you: were you ever like a big fan of? And the only reason I'm asking is because of some of the energy that you bring in. But were you ever a big fan of like Kurt Franklin? Did you ever like hear him at all?
Yeah,
Yeah,
definitely. Definitely. Yeah, he was big. He was big in SA. He actually came through a while back, and my brother met him. So he was like he's a big influence. In SA as well, gospel music. So yeah, he's one of the guys as well. That brings that versatility and that talkability when it comes to music.
for sure, boss man. He is definitely it definitely is a game changer. I love hearing when I hear people that come from gospel because man, one thing I can attest to, and that I know for a fact, because I've been in church, is that there's an energy that comes about a tone. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
That just awakens the soul and the ears. When you hear it, and and and
yeah,
and,
that's true,
and
man.
that I don't really find. I'm not saying that music schools don't teach that, but it's just a heritage that comes from that you learn from church. From choir,
Yeah, that's
and
that to me is something that it's no it's like in you before anything else, like you vibe in the studio and someone say, there's a lot of, I don't know how to say it, but there's something in your voice. I mean, it's that we're talking about now.
sir. And then when you look at the greats, when you look at like people like Tina Turner, Shaka Khan, just different singers,
Yeah,
they all have that. Whitney Houston, they all have that similar background. That they were raised in a church
yeah,
first before they hit, before they actually explored on their own as far as their voice. But it's just something that comes from, for lack, I don't even know how to say it. It's just something that comes from the Lord when that voice is ordained and it's been trained and it's been around some
That's
powerhouses,
true. That's
uh,
true,
it,
man.
it, it,
Yeah,
it
that's
definitely
true.
conveys and goes over well with others, and it's just, man, again, I can't. It just makes you want to listen and listen and listen, and you just forget that you're not in the room with this person until you got to the end of the CD,
Exactly.
and it's no longer playing. You know what I'm
Exactly.
saying? So it's definitely shouts
Yeah.
out to you, man. Let me ask you. I know you said you release a mixtape every year on your birthday. Have you already started working? I know we just passed, and a happy belated birthday to you, my man, as well. But do you
Thanks,
do
man.
you already know? Are you going to continue with the voice note series, or have you already worked on? I know you're already in progress as far as what's the next project being called, but is there anything that you could tell us as far as what that's being called and how that's going for you now?
Well, look, as I was saying, Voice Notes is a series, that I'm busy with. I like it because it's got two meanings to it. That's why I actually named it Voice Notes. When we talk about people that communicate nowadays, when you're driving, or okay, not driving, but you're at home, and you're not gonna sit and type on your phone or maybe on WhatsApp or whatever. You're gonna rather send a voice note. And on the other hand, it means like when you're singing melodically and the notes that are coming out of your voice. So it's something that I thought about, like especially with my new projects that's coming up, because I am most of the time I'm in studio, when I have downtime and all of that. So I have been thinking about changing the name, but I'm still having fun with it. So let's just see what the future has,
For
man.
sure, boss. I always got to ask, uh, what how can we get more of Gershon Base? How can we follow up with you? How can we know when you may be nearby? You got performances coming up. How can we follow you on social media? How can we find you and make sure that we keep up with your career as it progresses, boss?
Well, I always encourage people to, like, follow me on Instagram, Facebook. Well, let me just give you my handle, and then people can follow me on all social platforms. It's at I am Gershon Base. So I always tell people, yo, man, message me, communicate with me, because at the end of the day, I'm not this separate entity that's trying to, become this superstar or whatever. I'm just somebody that loves music and that is making music as my passion, So I always tell people, yo, reach out to me, and let's have a conversation about the music.
For sure, man. I definitely listen. I already know. I already know. We're gonna see you soon here in the United States, man. Because your voice, dude, it just
Yeah,
carries, bro. It just carries, man.
I would love that, man. I would
It
love
has
that.
it definitely has it carries, boss man. Like a good tone. It carries far away, even if it's not loud at the moment. A good tone. Any musician knows a good tone just
Yeah,
carries. You know what I mean? And what it's
yeah,
carrying, boss. I definitely see a future for you. I do have to ask. I know right now you're in Johannesburg, correct?
yeah. I'm in Joburg now.
Man,
Yeah,
dude, that's the fact that we were able to again connect from here to make this interview possible again, man. Shouts out to you. I know right now it's going on 8:43 p.m. your time, correct?
yeah, yeah.
Man,
It
it's
is.
it's it's here. It's 1:43 p.m. So it's like it's
Oh, in the afternoon.
yeah in the afternoon. Yeah, so it's
Okay.
it's just, man, the power of the internet making this a possibility is still mind boggling to me. So I definitely hope to see you in the future here in person, man. And if I hear that you're here, I'm coming. I'm coming to see that performance, man. I got to.
No, I'm coming. I'll come straight to you, man. We'll just communicate, and then I'll come to
Man,
you. I definitely want to be booked there where you are, first,
Man, here in Texas, they'd eat you up, boss. Man, you would love it. They would love.
Please, man,
They would
please.
love you, and man, listen. If there's any way in the world I can make that, I can assist in making that happen for you, boss. Just let me know. We gonna figure it out together, man. We gonna get you here on the big stage
Yeah,
for
we'll do
sure.
that.
Let me ask, and it wouldn't be a no offense. It wouldn't be a no offense interview if I didn't ask this question to you. So I definitely have to ask, man. Let's say you wake up tomorrow, your phone rings. Maybe even wakes you up out of your sleep.
Hmm.
You know, who's on that phone? This is gonna be the best. This is gonna be the best call of your whole career. It's not just where you started, not where you're going, but your entire career. If this could be the best call of your career, tell me who's on the phone and how that conversation goes.
Wow, that would have to be, my mom. I would definitely want to just, hear her voice again, because me saying that would be there'd be a lot of wisdom that would come from someone like that. She passed away in 2010, so that would be something that it would really push me into another place because she was really a pillar to me, and especially with the music, especially with everything else, man, that would be the person.
Man, I'm actually sad we couldn't make that happen for you because our hopes is that one day we can make the conversation happen for you. But one thing I can take confidence in the fact knowing is
Yeah,
that she would be proud of her son, boss. You do music proud. You know what I'm saying? I feel like you definitely have a vision. You deliver that vision well, that conveys well to others. You speak, and others can vicariously live through your music. And again, the fact that you're preaching that love, and the path that you chose to deliver your music, as far as R&B, it speaks on love. It definitely speaks on it speaks on people loving on each other, man, which is what this world needs. And the fact
yeah,
that you chose
that's
to
true.
go that avenue with it, I feel like not even knowing her, but who wouldn't be proud of that, because that's definitely what this world needs, man. So, I
True.
definitely I want to ask. I know as you proceed to go move further in your career, there's going to be more events happening, especially as this COVID thing clears up and the world begins to travel again. As you have those more events and your time becomes more and more in demand, if you have a window of time where you could come back and sit with us maybe in the future and just talk about how what has happened from now until then, would you be willing to come back on the show and give us that interview?
Definitely, definitely. Anytime, man, I would do that.
I definitely appreciate you for that, Gershon. And again, we love you here at No Offense, man. If there's anything at all, any kind of way
Thanks, man.
that we
Thank
can
you.
help you out, or if there's anything you ever need, man, don't hesitate to ask. You have my phone number, you have my Skype, you got my messenger. You know what I'm saying? You've got my wife listening to you in the corner, so even if I don't hear you, if you throw a name in a track, I'm guarantee you she will tap me on the shoulder.
Yeah.
Just
Okay.
let us know,
Okay.
boss, and we're always gonna be on the lookout for you and what's next from you. Okay?
Thank you, man.
Hey,
Thank you, man. I really appreciate that, man.
hey, man, it's been my pleasure, and I wish you much love, much success, dude. Nothing but happiness, and we hope that you have a wonderful evening,
Thank
Gershon.
you. Same to you, man. Have a good day there where you are. You know, thanks for having me.
Hey, again, it's been my pleasure, boss, man. You take sure you take care. We're looking for that next album, man.
It's coming. It's
All
coming, bro.
right, man. This concludes our interview today with Gershon Bass. So we definitely appreciate you guys for taking the time out again to watch No Offense and get to know these artists and show your love and support. Like Gershon stated, every year he does put out a mixtape on his birthday, so make sure that you look out for that. He is on Spotify. He is on all major music platforms. So make sure you download and subscribe. The video that you saw today, Payday, was definitely it is on YouTube as we speak. So if you want to see more of that, definitely don't hesitate to go look at it. Run the views up. Let them know that you're listening and that you are aware of his art and that you're looking forward to that. As always, we always are going to leave you with the track from the artist of today. This is going to be Gershon Bass, Thinking About You. Thank you again for spending your time here again with No Offense. God bless.
Ooh, yeah. I've been thinking about you, baby. Yeah, 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 yeah. Oh, man. I've been thinking about you, baby. 'Cause the last time we spoke, you said it was over. Over. I hope you're thinking about me, lady. 'Cause it was me and you and me. No, it was meant to be. You said it was a waste of time. But I don't believe that, no. Make love, then we play fight. Spark it up and then we take flight. And then we do it to the daylight. Oh, I'm missing more than just your body, babe. Can we pick up where we left off, babe? 'Cause I want more than us just being friends. So can we do it again and again? 'Cause I've been thinking about you. I want it all. I want it all. This love was made for two. The rise and fall. Girl, it's a call. I've been thinking about you. Oh, I've been thinking about you, girl. I've been thinking, oh, I've been thinking about you. Oh, I've been thinking about you, girl. I can't get you out my mind, oh. Feels like I'm going out my mind, oh. 'Cause you know all of my secrets. And I know all of yours. I'm missing more than just your body, babe. Can we pick up where we left off, babe? 'Cause I want more than us just being friends. So can we do it again and again? 'Cause I've been thinking about you. I want it all. And I want it all. This love was made for two. The rise and fall. Girl, it's a call. I've been thinking, oh, I've been thinking about you, girl. Oh, I've been thinking about you, girl. About you. Thinking about you. About you.
Man, I normally don't do this, but that track was so fire. I'm gonna run it back one more time for those who missed it from the beginning. Shouts out to your man Gershon Bass, man. You definitely doing your thing. Again, we gladly support you 100%. Again, this is Thinking About You by Gershon Bass. Y'all take care, man. Have a great day.
Ooh, yeah. I've been thinking about you, baby. Yeah. Oh, man. I've been thinking about you, baby. 'Cause the last time we spoke, you said it was over. Over. I hope you're thinking about me, lady. 'Cause it was me and you and me. No, it was meant to be. You said it was a waste of time. But I don't believe that, no. Make love, then we play fight. Spark it up and then we take flight. And then we do it to the daylight. Oh, I'm missing more than just your body, babe. Can we pick up where we left off, babe? Cause I want more than us just being friends. So can we do it again and again? Cause I've been thinking about you. I want it all. I want it all. This love was made for two. The rise and fall. Girl, it's a cold. I've been thinking about you. Oh, I've been thinking about you, girl. I've been thinking, oh, I've been thinking about you. Oh, I've been thinking about you, girl. I can't get you out my mind, oh. Feels like I'm going out my mind, oh. Cause you know all of my secrets. And I know all of yours. I'm missing more than just your body, babe. Can we pick up where we left off, babe? Cause I want more than us just being friends.